There's a private message there as well, and I'll try and again, I think just to answer that private message, loss can not only be through, and I'll keep it as general as possible so that it's not, can't identify the person who's mentioned this. So loss can be in different ways. Loss can be through death, but sometimes people have different types of loss. Loss can be through a divorce. Loss can be through your children you're not having access to your children when there's a divorce that happens, or when they end up in care. All of these are type of losses as well. And again, we have to go back to our principles, and our principles are sabrun jameel, and patience. Patience is absolutely key in everything. Remember the hadith that we mentioned, the Prophet ﷺ mentioned, ajaban li amri al-mu'min, that strange is the condition of a believer, that when they receive some good news, then they do shukr and they are grateful, and when they receive some difficult news, then they are patient. So all of these conditions, there's only two conditions that a believer can be in: shukr or sabr. Be patient or be grateful. And be grateful. I mean, I always say and be grateful, because there's so many other things that we are grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for. So, loss can be in different ways. It doesn't only happen through death, it happens through separation, divorce, children being taken into care, and other ways of separation. But sabr is the key, and belief in taqdeer. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has written this. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, why me? Why me? And that's a very common question. Allah, why me? Why me? And in reality, I say to anyone that everyone who has problems, when they're Muslim, they turn to Allah. And sometimes Allah brings those problems because He's missed you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants you to connect with Him. And the more you connect with Him, sometimes Allah says, I love this voice. I love this voice so much, crying in the middle of the night, that I'm going to continue testing this servant of mine. And that's why you don't give up. You think that, Allah, you're giving me this opportunity to pray tahajjud. I wasn't praying tahajjud, but now I'm praying tahajjud because of this problem. You brought me closer to you. Oh Allah, keep me steadfast on this. So you start praying tahajjud, and you make more tahajjud, and you cry in front of Allah. And on the other side, what we don't hear is Allah boasting to the angels, look at this servant of mine. Look how much she's crying. Look how much he's crying. Look how much he's calling out to me. I love this. And I want them to continue. I want them to continue. I want them to continue. And therefore Allah doesn't resolve your issues. But we know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentions that dua is not accepted only in one way, that you get exactly what you've asked for. Dua is accepted in three ways. Dua is accepted in three ways. One, that you get exactly what you asked for. Two, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala removes a difficulty which you didn't know it was coming to you, because there's taqdeer mu'allaq. There's some taqdeer which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made dependent on your actions, on your dua. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saw that you made dua, so He removed a difficulty which you don't even know about. And three, Allah reserves your reward for the dua in the hereafter. And the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ mentions that some people will come on the day of judgment, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will tell the angels, go and bring that reward over there. So the bags full of reward will be brought for that person. And the person will say, what's this? What's this for? Say, remember, I gave you some suffering in the world and you made dua at night. This is for this. And then angels go and bring that more reward, more reward. All the du'as that you made, which were not answered in this world, Allah will keep on bringing reward. So much reward that the hadith mentions, the Prophet ﷺ says that the person will think that, oh Allah, if only none of my du'as were accepted in the world, I get so much reward. So never ever think that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has forgotten you. Never ever think that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is forsaking you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows your condition. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows what you are going through, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is answering your call, but we don't know in which way He's answering your call. We don't know. So have some strength, have some tawakkul on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, have some reliance on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and keep on calling Him. Don't ever let go of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that's what we need to be counseling our clients as well.